As a Chelsea fan, I think we've won the lottery here. We have signed Marc Cucurella, we are keeping Azpilicueta, and we are loaning out Levi Colwill. The saga is finally over. We have signed Brighton's player of the season for £55 million guaranteed plus $7 million in add-ons. It's the record fee for a left back, and he's on a 6-year contract with us. And Levi Colwill, as I said, is going the other way. On a loan deal without an option to buy. Now, before there'd been speculation about he's going to go there for 25 mil, and we're going to have an option to buy for 40 to 45 million. That's not an awful option, but considering what's happened to Fikayo Tomori and Mark Gahey, just to name two in recent years, it feels like we're getting that buyback clause or first option is useful. But even better, he is going on loan. He will come back to us after a year, and they do not have an option to buy. They are not obligated contractually to own him. He is still our player, and he's going to go out and get loads of experience. But this video is mainly about Marc Cucurella.
Quickly though, please subscribe and like the video, comment your opinion, because I want this channel to grow really quickly, and without your help, it won't. Please.
He can play left centre back, but he plays left back primarily. He can slot into that left mid, left wing back role like Marcos Alonso does, but he can also utilise at left wing. And he did all of those positions in his 35 appearances in the Premier League for Brighton last season. So you'd think he's quite an attacking player, and he is. He's good at attacking. He takes about a shot every other game. But defensive-wise, against other Premier League defenders last season, he won the most tackles at 62. He recovered the ball 247 times. The one guarantee is that he will be taking Alonso's spot, who we might be sent to Barcelona, fingers crossed. Alonso, shoddy, embarrassing defensively, and we've just brought in Marc Cucurella, and he is honestly outstanding defensively. So from tackling and all those ball recoveries, which he's clearly excelled at better than any defender in the Premier League last season, he also recovered the ball in the final third 20 times last season. So he won possession 20 times. And then his passes ending in the final third, he was third for that in the Premier League. He did that 678 times last season. Now that we've actually got a competent attacker in Sterling, and if we play Broya and he's that tall target man, and even Kai Havertz carrying the ball, we all know his first touch, the way he can drop it down or even dink it back over his head and run behind with his body to goal. 678 times in a season he could do that. It is outstanding, and he created 42 chances, which is the 5th most out of all Premier League defenders last season. He just gives us this option to play differently. We can change up our style against this opponent or that opponent, and it is going to be absolutely brilliant. Because when you look at his heat map, which I'll put on the screen now, you can see he's just down that left-hand side. Like Kante is just all red in the middle of the pitch. That is the same for Cucurella down the left-hand side. Now, to anybody who says, oh, Chelsea, you've overpaid for him, wake up. Man City wanted this guy to play at left-back so that he could play João Cancelo, who was out of position at left-back. They wanted to switch him because they think this guy would be better at left-back than João Cancelo. And they were only looking at 45 million. We could spend up to 62 million. But don't doubt for a second that it's excellent business from Todd Boehly. You know how he got this deal done? He organised a meeting with all chief executives of all the other 19 Premier League clubs. And he got them round the table. He paid, I don't know, he probably paid for their meals. And it's a weird way to do transfers, yeah? But he sat next to Brighton's, the person representing Brighton, and they were talking. And the spearhead of their conversation was about Marc Cucurella. He's mad, he's fiery. I'm sure he had some great meal and some wonderful food. I really like it. £62 million also seems like a lot better of a deal when we don't have to get a new right wing back because Azpilicueta's staying, or a new centre back because Azpilicueta will stay. The cover that Marc Cucurella will give us will be absolutely worth £62 million and more, because you saw that when Ben Chilwell got injured last season, that's when our season went downhill. People forget we were top of the table for a little bit of time. We were the favourites for the league for many people. Suddenly, Chilwell, Reece James, injured, our season went downhill. But having somebody, maybe just as good as Ben Chilwell, to cover is absolutely excellent. It is such good business. Next, let's see what Chelsea do next. Will we get Frenkie de Jong? I'm not keen on the Aubameyang move. I am keen on Wesley Fofana, but not for 80 million. I think that's a bit too much. Suddenly, that's all that pressure. That big price tag that weighs heavily on any player's shoulders, let alone a 22-year-old centre back. I am absolutely buzzing.